everyone, here's my review of Ponniyin Selvan 2. Do watch it till the end for a very special giveaway. Ponniyin Selvan 2 is a towering tale of ambition, tragedy, love and greed. At stake is the crown of the Chola Empire in 10th century India. And where there is a throne, there must be blood. This film is a portrait of power, which we know is a Faustian bargain. It demands sacrifice of lives, morals, relationships, and those who wield it must eventually grieve for what they've lost. Based on Kalki Krishnamurthy's epic historical fiction novel, the film reimagines the grand succession battle for the Chola Empire. The great Tamil writer plucked characters out of history, added some of his own, including the magnificent Nandini, who is described as a she-cobra, and spun a story that has enthralled readers over 7 decades. Director Mani Ratnam, aided by writers Kumaravel and Jayamohan, compressed the 5-book saga into 2 films. Ponniyin Selvan 1 was the curtain raiser which set up the various warring factions and characters. PS2 is where the story really soars. While the first film started with a battle, the second begins with a love story. Mostly using visuals and music, Mani Ratnam establishes the bond between Prince Aditya Karikalan and the orphan girl Nandini. This sequence has the tenderness and fragility of first love. It's over before the opening credits are done, but it sets the emotional foundation for the rest of the film. This love, which must be sacrificed for the greater good of the kingdom, then curdles into hate and powers the narrative. The highlight of PS2 is the confrontation scene between Aditya and Nandini. Both are now bitter and broken adults. Mani Ratnam stages much of this scene in tight close-up, so you can see the softening and hardening of emotion in their eyes and fully comprehend the hurt that has turned one into a murderer and the other into a vengeance-seeking manipulator. Vikram, who plays Aditya, and Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, who plays Nandini, are superb. It's this human drama which anchors PS2. This is a film brimming with stunning visuals. There are palaces, exquisite clothes, courtesy costume designer Eka Lakhani, and reams of dazzling jewelry. The story has multiple locations and characters, and the plot moves at a propulsive speed. But Mani Ratnam and DOP Ravi Varman never allow the narrative to get lost in that period splendor. In some scenes, the camera frames characters in tight close-ups. There is one lovely sequence in which the siblings, Aditya, Kundavai and Arun Modi, sit together. It's almost as if we're in the room with them. This intimacy is what keeps us hooked, even when some of the storyline gets muddled, especially for those of us who haven't read the books. I have questions that perhaps will get answered when I see the film again. But my confusion did not cloud my enjoyment because the characters were so riveting. And the actors do a stellar job. Karthi as Vandyatevan combines charm and humor with gravitas. In this film, his character endures more. Trisha as Kundavai finds that regal stillness which this sharp-minded princess requires. One of the most magical scenes in the film is a love scene between these two in which a sword plays a key role. My only complaint is that the gorgeous love song Aga Naga doesn't get enough play. Jayam Ravi as the titular Ponniyin Selvan doesn't let the inherent righteousness of his character veer into dull. But the standout is Vikram, whose portrayal of a damaged, deadened warrior gives the film an undercurrent of overwhelming grief. Aditya Karikalan's tragedy forces the question, ultimately is power worth the price? Like PS1, PS2 is also long and there are some stretches, especially the action sequences, in which fatigue sets in. Despite the duration, the screenplay isn't able to make space for key revelations to sink in and some characters don't get enough play. Like Vanati, played by Sobhita Dhulipala, or the boat woman Pungadali, played by Aishwarya Lekshmi. She was so formidable in the first film, but gets lost here. However, PS2 does give Aishwarya Rai Bachchan one of her career's best turns. She plays Nandini and also her mother Mandakini. Both women are abused by men, both seek love which disappears too soon. Aishwarya's eyes, filled with rage, regret and sadness, do much of the talking. This is perhaps the first film in which her face, still staggering in its beauty, becomes a plot point. Nandini's looks are her weapon and her undoing. PS2 is also testament to the genius of A.R. Rahman. His soundtrack powers each scene. The music adds to the sweep of the story, but the film works because Mani Ratnam keeps the interpersonal drama and the character arcs at the center. This Game of Thrones doesn't overshadow the people playing it. In one scene, Nandini says, "The lies that kings tell is called politics," which is a clever reminder to us that the more things change, the more they remain the same. You can watch Ponniyin Selvan 2 at a theatre near you. I would recommend watching the Tamil version with subtitles over the Hindi dub. There is an authenticity that can't be replicated. Now it's time for the giveaway. So all you have to do is tell us in the comments below how many times have I said PS2 in this review, and one special winner is going to get something special.